Perfect, Kat. And the question of the day is, do you think extraterrestrials are real?
Definitely.
And then what's like the science behind that, or information that you know?
Well, I'm a very logical and rational person, and I feel like they've already said like space is huge, right? Like it just goes on forever and ever and ever, and like the odds logically that like we would be the only people out there are very low, that there wouldn't also be somebody else out there. Also now aren't they like releasing all of the content, like the government's like leaking all of the...
Not leaking, they're getting forced to come out with some of the information.
So yeah, I mean, I feel like that's pretty good evidence to me.
Sure,
and also like we're humans, so we think like we're very like self-focused and like selfish-minded. Like we think we're like, how do we fucking know dolphins don't think they run the world? Like they probably do. So I feel like we have to be wrong that we would think that like we are the only people that like run the universe. Like there definitely are higher other beings that are better than us.
For sure. So then do you think that they are more evolved and they've been like on an evolutionary track way more advanced than us?
Yeah, I mean, sure. I think it's possible. I'm not discounting the possibility, yeah.
All right, beautiful, beautiful. And then, what are your thoughts on AI?
Oh, we're moving into a new topic now?
I mean, we can keep going on this. I could talk about extraterrestrials for hours.
So I work in AI.
Okay.
And I think it's great.
Yes. So now, do you think it's going to be an amazing thing when AI takes over, so then the human race can focus on engineering, science, and mathematics?
Yeah, well, this is something that I've said to a lot of people in my life when they ask me about AI, like, oh, do you think it's bad? Do you think it's going to take over the world? I think when the Industrial Revolution was happening and we started building machines and machinery started taking over like factory worker jobs, which granted mostly children were doing, but also adults were doing, of course, a lot too. We freaked out, right? Everyone was like, this is terrible, like machines are gonna take over the world, blah, blah, blah. And like, that's, I think, how everyone's feeling about AI. But if you really think about how machinery has integrated into our life, like now we use washing machines, we use dishwashers, we use like all these machinery to like build cars and do things like that, right? No one's pissed that the fucking factory workers aren't in the factory anymore. So I feel like the same thing's gonna happen with AI, and that's gonna be just how we augment other tasks that are taking away from other, joys and things we can learn and do in life.
For sure. And then, real quick, because like obviously, once AI does take over, there's going to be millions upon millions of U.S. jobs like taken out. Do you think that they should be like granted a free scholarship to learn anything about mathematics, science, and engineering? So then now they can pursue a future that is going to be sustainable rather than something that they just basically got opted out of because AI is better at their job.
No.
What do you think the solution is then for millions of people that lost their jobs? Yeah,
I mean, that sucks. I think that there will be other jobs that come up and like people will pivot and figure it out. We've been doing that for hundreds of years. Like I don't really think anybody's like owed anything because AI comes in. I mean, granted, if a company is like replacing AI with your job, like, I mean, I don't know, you can get fired for anything. Like I mean, it's shitty. It's totally shitty, and like maybe this is just like the cynic in me, but I don't really think anyone's like owed anything because of that. Like you could just find another job doing something else.
Yeah, but you also have to think like the 60-year-old that's been doing his factory working job for 50 years is like, what is realistically he gonna be able to do? Like he can't do fast food, he can't do hard labor, like he's 60 years old, so for him not to have a degree or anything like that makes it very difficult, especially like if they are immediately kicked out. Is the 401k still gonna be a thing? Like are their benefits gonna be still there, like type of deal?
Yeah, well, it's not my job.
Oh, okay, fair enough. All right, and then I got one last question for you, and it's going to be, you can pick a different question because it's going to be a hard question, but what's one thing people should be canceled for?
One thing people should be canceled for?
Mm-hmm.
Well, there's like normal things that people are canceled for, like if you commit assault or something, like that's bad. But if we're gonna say like other takes, I don't know. I think Taylor Swift is overrated. That's a hot take. It's not something I think people should be canceled for, but
You might get canceled for that.
I'm totally okay with that.
All right, why is Taylor Swift?
You can cancel me for thinking Taylor Swift's way overrated.
Why is she overrated?
Because, like, what are you doing? Like, she just... There's more genuine artists out there than Taylor Swift.
Fair enough, but I mean, it's so relatable. Like, breakups are one of the biggest things that people like grapple to because they've been a part of it. So not only is she like leading the industry in the fact that she knows what people are going to be doing from 1,000 years from now, isn't it? I feel like it's more intelligent than like overrated.
Sorry, what are you saying? Taylor Swift knows what people are going to be doing 1,000 years from now?
Well, is there not going to be relationships in 1,000 years?
Doesn't everybody sing about breakups?
Not everyone. Like nowadays genre, it's mostly like guns, violence, sex, drugs.
I would say that's certain genres,
For sure.
but like, didn't like Zach Bryan just write a song about breakups or girls or whatever? Like, I mean, I don't think Taylor Swift's unique whatsoever.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. I like that. I don't really listen to Taylor Swift either way. I was just trying to make shit up.
The people do, though.
Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Well, I appreciate you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Yeah,
Thanks so much.